Hey, we're now joined by Michael Schenker celebrating his 50th anniversary with the amazing new album, Immortal. How does it feel, Michael, to be 50 years strong?
Well, I feel absolutely blessed. Based on all the circumstances that went through 3 different steps, based on the virus showing up and having to change and improvise, and what I originally planned to celebrate the 50th anniversary with musicians, fans and friends from all over the world, kind of fell apart because it's very hard to organize, musicians from all over the world. And then I wanted to put a humble 50th anniversary together after my agent told me, "Hey, Michael, but your album came out in 72. So I said, so I've got 2 years to get ready for this. And, and the reason in the first place it didn't come together because for me, the Michael Schenker 50th anniversary starts when I put my first note on the Lonesome Crow Scorpions album. And so I lost the timing, and that's why I had the next plan. Had Ronnie Romero sing all the songs, and had a compact band together, and then the virus shows up, and then everything got completely different again. But the good thing was, in a way, the good thing was that the result of the album, which I actually wanted in the first place, turned out so much better than I could ever imagine. And I tell you, I don't even take any credit for it because all of a sudden the phone calls were coming in from fantastic musicians, being fans and wanted to make a contribution to the 50th anniversary of Michael Schenker, and that's how I ended up with a third way, which was exactly what I wanted in the first place. But this time I didn't have to do anything. Everything has happened by itself. So I just feel like that I didn't actually do it. It was just, for me, it sounds like it was a gift from heaven, telling me, Michael, this is a gift for you for staying true to yourself for 50 years, and this is what we give you. And I'm absolutely blessed.
Well, it's a fantastic album all the way through, and we're loving this song, In Search of the Peace of Mind. Quite an epic. I understand that song idea goes all the way back to when you were 15 years old. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, it was the first note I put, actually, it was the first musical composition I ever wrote when I was 15. In my mother's kitchen, there was nobody there. When Michael Fox, my co-producer, sent me the original credits, it said Michael Schenker lyrics, Rudolf Schenker lyrics. We both had zero knowledge of English. How could we have written any lyrics? And he should have said Michael Schenker music and whoever did the lyrics. But then there also was the title. Well, it was the first note I ever put on a recording ever. when I was 15 years old. And the title, In Search of the Peace of Mind, became the theme of my life throughout the 50 years, looking for contentment, peace, and fulfillment, etc., etc. And so this song had to be re-recorded and close the album with, like completing a whole cycle of Michael Schenker up to this point. And and for all of these reasons, it had to become the celebration song, for the 50th anniversary. And I was thinking of making it an epic, so I put a lot of guitar on the end, and it sounds like an inner conversation expressed by like a question and answer. I put so much rubber pedal and howler and low bending strings, all sorts of emotions. So like when I listened back to that, I couldn't believe the outcome, because it sounds like it describes my 50 years journey on lead guitar. It was just absolutely amazing. And so, on top of that, I had the idea to have Gary Barden sing the first verse as a contribution, and he has a fantastic warm, low, vibrato and so much feeling, and perfectly suited for the first verse. And he said, "Of course I do that for you, Michael." And then I also have, and he did a fantastic job. And then Ronnie Romero was singing the second when he got to the higher range. And then I had the idea to ask Graham Bonnet and Dougie White and Robin McCauley from the Michael Schenker Fest, if they could just do the "And I Fly," as a little contribution, and they said absolutely, and so the whole song became out of the blue to a point that I had no idea it could end up that way, and it's just a fantastic end result, to complete the cycle of the 50 years.
Well, you've had so many great vocalists sing with you over the years, and Joe Lynn Turner does a couple songs, and Ralph Shipper, but now Ronnie Romero is singing some great songs on this album, and this is a new collaboration with you. What do you feel that Ronnie brings to the album?
Well, Ronnie was supposed to sing the whole album. That was the second plan. But Ronnie wasn't really available when I had a lot of problems getting to Germany because of the virus. And so by the time I got there and put all my music down on recording, and we called up Ronnie Romero. He said, "I'm sorry, I can't do it. Everything is blocked. I can't go in 14 days quarantine, and I can't afford this." And we said, "Don't worry. We call you back." And that's how it kind of, step by step, everything changed. I mean, in such a strange way. I asked Amy, my partner, who's a bass player, and she has a very good taste. She's a music consumer. I haven't been listening to music for 50 years, so I don't know what's out there. I asked her, "Do you have an idea? Ronnie is stuck. What can we do?" She said, "Ralph Shippers." And I said to Michael Frost, my co-producer, "Well, what do you think of Ralph?" And he said, "Absolutely." And the next day they were recording and another song. So that was 2 songs less for Ronnie. And then we called Ronnie again, and he said the same thing. I can't go on 14 days quarantine. I'm stuck. And okay, we call you back. And then I asked Michael first, what now? We are stuck, you know. And he said, what do you think of Julian Turner? I said, Julian Turner, he's one of my favorite singers. Yeah, I'm a fan, he is a fan. And do you have a connection to him? He said, absolutely. And so the next day they were recording and another song. So that was 4 songs less for Ronnie. And then Michael first came up with this absolute amazing vocals for After the Rain. And then there was another song, and which was an unusual song, and what he was singing to it was so perfect. I said, Michael, you have to sing those 2 songs. So that was 6 songs less for Ronnie, and eventually Ronnie was available, and then of course he did an absolutely amazing job, you know, on Night of the Dead and Sail the Darkness and Come On Over, In Search of the Peace of Mind, and then there's a bonus track which is a song number 11, which is not on the album, but we're gonna use it as a single and promote the upcoming tour, and so then how it all happened. That's why I'm saying it's like I didn't have to do anything. It was all improvisation, and it just turned out unbelievable.
Well, yeah, you've got such a great lineup of singers and vocalists and all the players. I understand among the drummers you have the great Brian Ticci, who's played with Whitesnake and all the great bands. What do you appreciate most about Brian's drumming?
Well, that was another thing. Out of the blue, there was a phone call coming in from Brian Ticci to Michael Voss saying, I heard about the 50th anniversary. I want to contribute 6 drum tracks as a fan. I said, what? I was absolutely shocked. And then he called back Michael Voss, my co-producer, just a few minutes later and said, Derek Sherinian, he from Dream Theater, you know, who's a heavy-duty keyboard player, and he also is a fan and wanted to make a contribution. And I said to Michael Voss, well, what can we do with a guy like with a heavy-duty keyboard player? Because I put actually all my guitars down myself this time and asked Steve Mann, the keyboard player, if he could just do little sprinkles, you know, but to keep it very guitar-oriented. And he said, of course, I do that. And so I said to Michael Voss, well, what are we going to do with Derek? He said, why don't you do a guitar keyboard jam? I said, a guitar keyboard jam? I've never done this before. He said, well, it's your 50th anniversary. Why don't you do something you haven't done before? And it could be very interesting and fresh and you know, for everybody. And I said, actually, this sounds like a great idea. And so the end result, and it became Thrill to Kill. When I heard Ralph Schipper's voice, I didn't even know there was such a voice on this planet. I mean, it was unbelievable. And then when I heard the end result of the guitar keyboard jam, I was absolutely shocked. I was blown away. That song became such an in-the-face song with so much energy and interesting things that it was just like something I could have never made up myself. You know, it just happened all by itself. And what was the question?
Yeah, no, it was such a great lineup to hear Derek Sherinian on there and Brian Ticci, and all the great singers. Besides In Search of the Peace of Mind, what are your favorite songs on the album?
Well, actually, Simon Phillips showed up too, and he played on In Search of the Peace of Mind, a fantastic drumming on that song. And but you know, I must tell you, when people ask me this question, I always have a problem answering because you know, for me, every song is always special, and it's always a matter of taste for different people anyway. But like the way I look at things, it's always the journey I make when I go from song to song. You know, the lead guitar and the song itself, and who is singing and so on. I actually can't really make up my mind, you know. But I must say that In Search of the Peace of Mind, for the reason I mentioned, has become an absolute epic, and Drill to Kill became such an amazing song. And then, of course, Sail the Darkness. It's just like, you know, I mean, those songs probably stick out, but there are other songs that stick out for me for different reasons, and you know, too many reasons for me to explain to you. But you know, but those are the I mean, there is I mean, because there's so many different singers with so many different qualities, it's so hard to actually make up my mind, you know, what, you know, I mean, everybody and everything, every song has got something there that is enchanting, you know, and for different reasons. And Joel Interna did a fantastic job on his songs, and you know, After the Rain by Michael Voss singing, so beautiful, you know. And so it's just for me, that whole album, that I mean, there is so much quality there. Not because of me, but because of the contribution of everybody.
Well, yeah, I know you've got some very special packages available. I know the first limited edition of the album has a special bonus, Michael Schenker Fest live, Bang Your Head in Germany, and I know the fans will definitely want to get all of that. And you can check out all the different configurations and go to the website michaelschenker.com. And Michael, we look forward to seeing you back on the road. You know, we miss live concerts and can't wait to see you live.
Yeah, you know, I feel so sorry for all the musicians around the world and for all the fans, you know, that all of this is happening. And it's a situation, I mean, we never experienced before. Everybody is completely blocked, lost, and wondering what is going on. You know, it is unbelievable. And so, you know, we had to cancel so many tours. I mean, we had to cancel such a big tour in Japan with a 5-hour program. A and B said he would have sold out the Budokan with Simon Phillips on drums and Bodo Schopf on drums, and you know, and in the end we had to cancel it. We prepared for it for a whole year. It's a smack in the face, you know, and we just had to give it up. And then there was upcoming Michael Schenker Fest tours. It had to be postponed and postponed and postponed, and you know, and we don't know. But now finally we have a confirmed tour, in the UK and Europe, Michael Schenker 50th anniversary Immortal, performed by the current MSG Michael Schenker group. I say current because I had so many Michael Schenker group lineups that this is the current. I mean, everything starts with Michael Schenker, so everything is really Michael Schenker group. Because I'm a kid in a sandbox, I create from the infinite spring of infinite creativity, and I want to make everything. I want to self-express. I don't want to do something that inspired me. Like Jeff Beck. Why should I do something like Jeff Beck does? He's already doing it, and very early in life I discovered that, Michael, you need to be Michael. You need to do things the way you hear it, and that's why everything is Michael Schenker Group, and that's why I write, all the songs to get the music at least. I mean, I'll keep all the lyrics and everything else to the singers. They can do whatever they want, but the music itself that I write has to come from my inner source, and so that's how it happens. And now that the agent worked so hard on trying to hoping that nothing that it doesn't go on and on and on with restrictions and changes and all of that stuff that all the musicians around the world suffer from. We have a confirmed tour that goes to the UK with Dora Pesh as a special guest in the UK, 4 shows, and then we have 5 in Europe, and Russia is showing up, and as we talk, people are hoping. Actually, we also have the health